Welcome to Keep It Simple, Stupid podcast. Today, just want to vent a little bit. Sitting here in the space, the NRE space, looking out the window, just thinking. So I'm going through a little thing right now, right? Child support. It's kind of touchy, you know what I mean? I got babies by this female, and I really haven't had much to say about it all this time. The baby is 9 years old right now, boy, girl, and for all these years, this woman been spreading a whole lot of nonsense, and you know what I mean. I can't understand why I don't, like I know I put myself in this situation. You know what I'm saying? I laid up with her. Quite honestly, I thought we both had an understanding that she was a bust down. You know what I'm saying? Period. And the understanding was that she couldn't get pregnant. We never really talked about she couldn't get pregnant, but we roundabout conversations and whatnot. But oddly enough, I get the broad pregnant. It's a whole long story, a lot to it, you know what I mean? We're going to get into that, but you would think that the mere fact that you are two adults, this is a life-changing situation. You want to have the conversation with one another about bringing life into this world. You want to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? You want to have an understanding between the two of you. Long story short, this female decides to have babies. She tells me about being pregnant supposedly after it was too late to do other things to not have the baby. Well, babies turn out to be. She knows about being pregnant, never says anything to me. One day, I see a test in the garbage. Let me get now. That's so. We shared an apartment, and we had separate rooms, but I mean, there's buns on board. So I'm like, yo, I mean, you know. But it was an understanding, like this woman know that I'm out here doing what I do. I made it clear. I made it clear to any female I was involved with around these times that I'm not in no relationship. That gives them the opportunity to do whatever they want to do with their life or their lives, whatever, right? Decide that she's gonna have the babies, and from the jump, taking me to court. Now, it's been 9 years, so it's a lot of stuff in between, but over the time, like we started with child support very early on. You know what I mean? She heard I had a job, took me for child support. I lost the job, had to get the modification. She goes to getting $25 a week or something. And from there, we decide, let's just do it between us. Forget about the courts or whatever. So I will admit that I wasn't giving her money every week on the week, but it'll be a month and then I'll drop her a nice little bit of change to kind of make up. But being that it's not coming on the time that she wants, that's a problem. When I do get to see these kids, there's all this micromanaging that I'm sorry, I'm not gonna deal with. It's not the children's fault, but they are casualties of war, so to speak. Because in order to deal with them, I have to deal with this person. And it's hard to explain that trying to be the bigger person turns into all this other stuff, like, you know, and it's gonna sound corny, I shouldn't even say this, but like, we gotta be friends. So just me just trying to be cordial and figure out a way, it has to be that I'm trying to have some involvement with this person. Now, I'm not saying that she expects to be in a relationship and all this stuff, but the feeling is like we got to communicate, we got to act like we're friends, and I just don't like her at this point. So I don't even want to talk to, like, that's how petty I'm being. I know I sound like a cornball, but I don't want to be the bigger person here. Sorry. It's been years of this woman crapping on my name, talking about how much I'm a deadbeat when I already have 4 children. Well, the first 3, they're adults now. And my little man's 15, you know, he pretty much running around doing his own thing now too. I could have been pretty much doing me. But I'm dealing with this woman with these 2 babies that I do love them. I love them. I don't like their mother. I don't like her. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna have my sit down with myself and just chill and get my mind together and figure out how to get back involved with these children. But I don't want to deal with the mother. We're in court right now for child support. I had a job. I lost the job. And we dragging this little thing out. You know what I mean? I got to prove all this stuff that I'm looking for a job and that, you know, I didn't like voluntarily quit and show all this income. Oh yeah, I got the little event space, the NRE space. That's where I'm recording at right now. And I mean, it's not really doing what I wanted to do, you know what I mean? But it's staying alive somehow, you know. And before this going to court right now, this is for a modification since I lost the job. When I was working, when we went to court, the NRE space was here. She didn't bring it up. Didn't want to mention it for some reason. But now that, you know, we going back, now she want to bring it up. You know what I mean? Which, you know, is by all means her right. But it just appears to be like all this is an attack to try to figure out how to make my life uncomfortable. That's corny. That's corny. And it's like you sit here and you want to be the big person. You want to be like, listen, I'm an adult. Let me just figure this out. Let me figure out how to, sit down with this woman and have a civilized conversation. And it just always turned into something. What if I disagree with a thing, then it's me wanting to make an argument out of everything, and it's just always a thing to try to make it seem as though I got all this extra emotional attachment or feeling for this thing, and I don't. I do not. I literally just want to figure out how to deal with these kids, the babies, and not have to deal with you. This is mad easy. Like, we don't even have to deal with the courts. Like, I hate dealing with the courts. Come on, yo. Loosen up on the control issues. It's not good. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting there on the phone with the court, with the judge and this broad, and I'm like, listen, I am not doing this because I don't want to take care of them. I don't. Want to go to work every day, have these people take half of whatever I'm making, and then I don't get to even see these babies. And let's get to that, which is all my fault. Like I said, she got pregnant. She wanted to have the babies. I didn't. I'm in my feelings like a little girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like, all right, I'm in court. The babies they just got here. I'm in court. Find out on the pops. My stupid behind signs over my rights, thinking like, all right, if I do that, I ain't got to worry. She could go ahead. I mean, at that point, she made it seem like, she got it and she could hold it down. You know what I'm saying? But played myself. So now she technically do have the control. And that's where it all gets corny. Because now you're using them as pawns on a chessboard. And the sad part is that they're always surround her, which means they're going to have her attitude and mannerisms and characteristics, and I don't even know if I'll be able to deal with that. Babies come see me, with me for a month. They ask me, can they go with their cousins, her sister, where her mother is, who usually have these babies, and I'm like, okay, I call the sister, set it up and everything. She finds out that the babies are going over there. She wants to make a big deal out of that. Her sister this, her sister that. She don't even have her own kid, and this, that, and the third. Fast forward to now, guess where these babies is at almost all the time? But because it was me wanting to, and it wasn't me trying to get rid of them. It was just me wanting to let them go have fun. They don't want to be around me because I'm an old ass man. So it's just me trying to set up a play date type thing. Turns into she want to come get them, and now that's probably like the last time I really got a chance to really be around them. It's so-called because I was just wanting to take them there to get rid of them. What does that got to do with you? I still got to pick them up when they get done. But it's all about control. Now they're around your sister and your mom all the time. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And this is not even to try to state my case or make me look good, because I play my partner too. I shouldn't have even slept with this woman. A woman that accepted the fact that I could pop her and then go and deal with another joint and see me with the joint, have nothing to say. So you know what it is. What are we doing? It's about bread. All we got to do, I'm going to get the bread to you. I might not get it to you Friday or the next Friday or the next Friday. I'm going to get it to you, and it's going to make up for whatever. We've done this. I've done this. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just a little vent like that. This thing being drug out all this time, and all we got to do is sit down and figure out something. It's all about the bread, not even about the kids. Sad. It's sad. I got a lot more I want to say, but I ain't gonna spend a lot of time right now. Keep it simple, stupid.